It was a hot summer night in New Haven, Connecticut, in front of 20,000 screaming, enthusiastic fans. I had just finished the concert. The band rushed off the stage into the dressing room because we had a long overnight drive. Me being the sweaty drummer, I was always the last one out of the dressing room. And on my way out, I noticed this guy in the doorway, wide-eyed. He had a camera and a pen. Now, I could have just walked by him, but I decided to stop and talk to him and see what I could do for him. And he asked me to sign something, which I did. I took a picture. And then he said, would you mind, Cyndi, if you recommended me for some gigs in New York City? I said, Dave, I can't recommend you unless I hear you play. So here's my home number and my home address. I would like you to send me a cassette of your playing, and then I will send it to some contacts I have in the music business in New York City and see what happens. And he was very, very appreciative, to say the least. He couldn't believe that Cyndi was giving him his home number and his home address. He shook my hand, gave me a big hug, and I walked out of that dressing room, down the hallway, onto the bus, never knowing if I would ever hear from him again. He could not believe that Cyndi Gennaro gave him a chance. About 2.5 weeks later, I received David's tape. I sent this tape to a few music business contacts. Nothing happened. 2.5 years later, I get a call from David. And he says to me, Cyndi, I'm managing this girl now, and she's going to be the biggest star on the planet. And I want you to be the drummer in her band. I said, David, with all due respect, everybody's new project is going to be the next big thing. He said, Cyndi, you were so nice to me in the doorway. I do not want you to miss this opportunity. At least come down in the studio and meet this woman. So I went down in the studio and met this girl singer. I thought about it for a while, and I thought I'd give it a go, and I joined her band. The singer's name? Cyndi Lauper.
Over here is Kenny Harrison on keyboard. This here is John Kay on bass guitar. Over here is Cyndi Gennaro on drums. And this here...
Little did I know that 5-minute encounter in the doorway with David Wolff would not only lead me to a world tour with Cyndi Lauper that lasted about 1.5 years, but also led to a world tour with Joan Jett and the Blackhearts 5 years later, because Joan was in the audience at one of Cyndi's shows. It also led me to meet someone by the name of Sherry. Sherry was in the audience in Charlotte Coliseum towards the end of that tour. Well, we met backstage. She became my wife in 1990. We're still together today, 35 years later. All because of that 5-minute encounter with David Wolff in that doorway. The seemingly little guy I paid attention to led to all that good fortune in my life. When David Wolff shows up in your life, do you stop, listen, and take a genuine interest in what he has to say without any expectation of anything in return? Or do you just blow by him? Possibly missing out on some life-changing opportunities. I know it's hard. We all have busy lives. We have kids, we have jobs, we have obligations. But when David Wolff shows up in the doorway of your life, how do you not know that it won't change someone's life, possibly yours, forever? When you think outside yourself and you focus on other people's wants and needs, giving them a chance, isn't it funny how you end up giving yourself a chance?